Hi, I'm Bruce Downey, and the building behind me is Govanhill Baths, also known as Calder Street Baths. And this is the building where all of Strathclyde Theatre Group's costumes and props and furniture is now stored, and it is also potentially a new home for STG because there's some really exciting developments planned for the building. So let's go in and have a look. So I found out what was happening in Govanhill when I was looking for places to store all our costumes and props, and somebody suggested this place, but there's some really exciting things going on here. When I came here for the first time, I had a look at this sign and I knew there was a lot more potential for us here. Have a look at this. They aim to reinstate the main swimming pool, community cinema and theatre space, music practice and rehearsal rooms. So there's something really exciting going on here, something I think we should be part of. Now let's go inside. So let's have a look at some of the rooms that are potentially good for rehearsals. There's one of them down here. So even though the building was abandoned 10 years ago, the community trust here, the people that have taken the building over, have done an amazing job in redeveloping the building. This has just recently been reopened and all sorts of groups are using it. Rehearsal room plus kitchen here. This is a good place to rehearse, I think. Let's move on, let's try something else. When the building was closed down in 2001, local people occupied the building for something like 150 days. It's actually the longest occupation of a civic building in British history. And one way the local occupants celebrated that was to have an exhibition of photographs of the people involved in the occupation. So this is the main swimming pool in Govanhill Baths. It still looks the way it did when it first opened in 1912, and over the years so many people have learned to swim here. Schools would come here every week. So many people, this was their first experience of swimming. It's not a pool anymore. Maybe it will be again one day. Let's have a look now at a smaller room. So this is what was called the Turkish Baths Rest Room, and you can see there's lots of different things going on just now, but it's a space that has been used for plays already, and we could have a nice small studio space in here, 50 or 60 seats. This is a piano, the innards of a piano that's been turned into a work of art. Let's move on now to what used to be known as the ladies' pool. It's just through here. This is a band making a music video for their latest single. Something involving a minotaur and a mermaid. Yeah, hello. I'm Bruce, by the way. What's your band called?
We're called Sparrow in the Workshop.
And what are you doing here today?
Well, we're trying to film our own music video.
And what's the single called?
Called Shock.
I noticed that, a minotaur helmet there. What's that all about?
Well, the song's about a minotaur and a mermaid trying to get together.
All right, okay. So what do you think of the space here in Govanhill? What do you think of Govanhill Baths?
It's an incredible space. I mean, it would be a great swimming pool, obviously, but for folk like us, it makes a perfect weird backdrop for all sorts of stuff.
Next up on the tour of Govanhill is the Steamy, just through this door here. So this is a fantastic space, I think, you know, which one day will become, not too far away, will become a theatre and an arts centre. This is where we could do a lot of good work in the future. Right now, it's where all our costumes and props and furniture are being stored. It took about a month of work to move all the stuff out the Ramson and move it in here. And we've still got weeks and weeks of sorting out to do, but come and have a look. We've taken over a whole part of the building here, and if I don't fall over, I'll show you where it is now. Here's our flats, here's our costumes, props and various bits of furniture over here. It's amazing that we managed to save so much stuff from the Ramsar. I'm so very grateful to the guys at Govanhill for allowing us to store stuff here. So this is the kitchen where everything happens in Govanhill baths. Nice big table here, good for read-throughs, but it can be put out of the way, put to the side, and you've got plenty of room left for rehearsals. And over there is the kitchen as well, which is an added bonus in a rehearsal room. There's one other room I want to show you just now. It's locked though, but there's a little window here we can have a look through. This was what was once known as the children's pool, but it's been redeveloped recently with assistance from the National Theatre of Scotland. In October last year they did a show called Lifeguard in here, a site-specific performance in the pool. So, Jim, you're the administrator here, but tell us a little bit about the history of the building first of all. It closed in March 2001 as a swimming pool, didn't it?
Yeah, March 2001 the council decided to close the building, and a group of local residents and people who used the pool decided to occupy. They chained themselves to the sunbeds and various parts of the building and decided to start an occupation and reclaim the building and prevent the closure.
But then after 147 days the police moved in, didn't they?
Yeah, there was 50 sheriff's officers were accompanied by over 200 police, 30 on horseback and a helicopter, and spent 24 hours in a struggle with the occupiers and with the local community.
So what's happened since the occupation?
Since then, they started a group called the Friends of Govanhill Baths, which still goes. We've been meeting twice a month since then, since 2001. Yeah. And from the Friends of Govanhill Baths came the Govanhill Baths Community Trust in 2006. Founded a social enterprise specifically with the aims of getting back in here.
What kind of opportunities are there for artists here of all disciplines?
This has been a fantastic space without water in it for artists. Artists love this place, especially photographers. We've had bands in making videos, but as a space for this particular pool has been used for exhibitions, for pantomimes, for 1950s dances.
Would it make sense for the trust here to have a theatre companies closely associated with the building, based here?
Absolutely. It's to our advantage, and what we're looking for is always to work with established groups that can bring that to the venue.
What's your feeling about the long-term future for Govanhill? Is it a good place to be?
Govanhill's buzzing right now. Govanhill, it's the most diverse community in Scotland. We've got 47 languages spoken here by 60 nationalities. We have, although it's one of the poorest areas of Scotland, we have a massive arts community in the south side in general and in Govanhill, and there's lots happening, and every year more and more happens. And we hope that we play a big part in that, and especially as there's not a lot of places for people to go, especially to become a hub where all of these things can happen, where we have a place where the whole community can have a place that's theirs, that belongs to them, and where they can do things together.
So I hope you enjoyed that very brief introduction to Govanhill Baths. I hope we've demonstrated to you that it's a really vibrant, exciting, interesting place to be. It certainly serves a purpose for us at the moment with the storage they've provided to us. But I think if we look a little beyond that to what will happen there in the future, to the theatre and performance space that they're going to build there, I think it's really worth our while to get to know these guys better, to work with them in any way we can, because I think it could be beneficial to Strathclyde Theatre Group in the long term. I hope you agree.